Ladies and gentlemen, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are coming on, I want you to hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know. Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live in his house on this beautiful Monday. Happy Monday. If you're coming on, I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, and please put in the comments, what city you are watching me from. Please let me know what city you're watching me from. Whoo, glory. What an amazing day. Make sure I got that right. What an amazing day it is. I'm so excited because today, y'all, we are going to be having a conversation that I know is going to really shape your mind into moving in the right direction when it comes to your business, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you building a legacy of wealth that can go generational. So welcome to the Ramon Preston Show, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. My hope and expectation is that you have had an amazing weekend. And if for some reason this is your first time watching the show, I want to say welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. Just in case you don't know, now you know. My name is Ramon Preston. I am your host. And every Monday through Friday, we show up to share information with you that is specifically and strategically designed to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. And I need you to do a few favors for me. I know I'm always asking for favors, right? The first favor is you need to hit the like button. You need to hit the share button. You need to tag somebody. And you need to invite somebody to join you today to be a part of this discussion. The second favor I need to ask you is for you to put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from, who you represent. Let me know what city, what state, what country. We have a lot of people from outside of the country of the United States of America who watch the Ramon Preston Show, and we appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to all of our YouTube subscribers. If for some reason you have not subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please hit the doggone bell, subscribe, and make sure while you're subscribing to our YouTube page that you run over to LinkedIn. We have almost 7,000 followers on LinkedIn. We have almost 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. So make sure that you follow and you subscribe to both of those pages, and feel free to follow us as well on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of the above. You can find me at Ramon Preston. So today, ladies and gentlemen, today, I want to talk to you about the way of the wealthy, Now, just in case you might be thinking to yourself, how are you going to talk to me about the way of the wealthy and you ain't wealthy yet? I'm not wealthy yet, but I can still talk to you about the way of the wealthy because there are certain wealth building principles and certain steps that are fundamental to building wealth that I have actually implemented and executed and continue to live by, and they're continuing to move me to the place of wealth. And guess what? If you learn these principles and if you put them to practice, or should I say, when you learn these principles and when you put these principles to practice, you're going to see the same results. Because here's what I want you to understand. Math is the universal language of success. Math is the universal language of success. And so when you understand the math behind all of these financial principles, when you understand the math behind all of these entrepreneurial principles, when you understand the math behind wealth building principles, when you understand the math behind it, you're then understanding the universal language of success. So when you want to think about the way of the wealthy, there are certain things that you have to understand. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about what the wealthy do to produce and to preserve their wealth. Wow, man, everything lit up real good in here. So let's talk about, let me pull this up a little bit. Let's talk about the way of the wealthy. Now, by a show of hands, I know you're not in the studio with me today, but by a show of hands, I want all of you to let me know, by a show of hands, let me know, wow, that is amazing. By a show of hands, let me know, how many of you really have a desire to be wealthy? Okay, if you have a desire to be wealthy, or if you believe God intends for you to be wealthy, or if you know this is what you got to do because you're the one put in the position to help your family experience generational wealth, I want you to put in the comments #wealthy, #wealthy. That is absolutely extraordinary. Hey, y'all, I want y'all to come in here and take a look at this real quick. I'm sitting here on the show, right? And I'm looking outside and I'm like, man, it's getting bright in here. Like, seems like God just turned the light on. And the sun is actually beaming on the top of that building. And I'm just sitting here like talking. I'm like, wow, is Jesus returning? I'm thinking Jesus done came back. Like, I'm finna leave. Like we must be getting ready to go. That was cool, because I'm sitting here looking at the camera, and all of a sudden the whole room lit up, and I'm like, wow, did we get more lights?
The lights shining, because I seen it through here. I was like, wow, he got the
this little light of mine.
I'm going to let it shine. But that's nice.
Yeah, that was cool. So I want you to put in the comments #wealthy. #wealthy. Put in the comments #wealthy, because that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the way of the wealthy. What wealthy people do to produce and to preserve their wealth. All right. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments your questions. My team, my squad, they always lurking. They be all on the internet lurking. So just in case you got a question, we'll be more than happy to answer the question. And when we get to the back end of the show, I want to extend an offer to you for our upcoming workshop that we're going to be hosting. This is probably going to be the last live event that we host for the year, this upcoming workshop, and you definitely don't want to miss it. Like, if you know you want to be wealthy, if you know that there are certain fundamental principles that you need to develop and practices that you need to develop in order to move closer towards wealth, then not only do you want to listen to today's show, but you need to really consider being a part of our business community on whatever level. So we've got a workshop that's coming up. We're offering it for $29 virtually. It's a $29 workshop, and we're actually giving you access to 4 workshops. A workshop on sales and marketing, another workshop on holding companies and business systems, and then another workshop on financial systems. All this stuff that I'm talking about, that I keep preaching about, you cannot get to wealth without it. You have to know these things. You have to learn these things, and you got to know them and learn them to the extent that they become a part of your MO. They become a part of your mode of operation. So today we're going to talk about what the wealthy do to produce and to preserve their wealth. I'm going to give you four things, because there are 4 things that the wealthy do to produce and to preserve their wealth. And when I give you these 4 things, I'm going to break them all down. Let me just erase the board and give them to you, and then I'll break them all down so that you ain't got to keep wondering what these things are. I'm going to give you all four things wealthy people do to produce and preserve their wealth? Now again, you might be like, well, Prophet Ramon, you ain't wealthy yet. Yet. Make sure you add the word yet to it. I'm not wealthy yet, but I guarantee you I'm going to be wealthy because of the principles and the practices that I have implemented and that I execute in my life. And I already see the signs of it based on what I've been able to produce and to preserve. So 4 things the wealthy do to produce and preserve their wealth. Let me give them to you and then we'll talk about them, okay? Number one, this is free game, free 99. Number 1, the wealthy know how to make money. Number 2, the wealthy know how to minimize their taxes. Number 3, the wealthy know how to manage their spending. And number 4, the wealthy know how to maximize their investing. If you can figure those 4 things out, you can live like the wealthy live. You gone, bro? Oh, okay. Oh, you can live like the wealthy would live. Yeah, that's it right there. So if you can figure these 4 things out, you can live like the wealthy live. So I want you to write them down. 4 things wealthy people do to produce and preserve their wealth. Number 1, they know how to make money. They know how to make money. I want you to write these down, and I'm going to break each one down with you and for you so that you can get really a good revelation of how all 4 of these things work. There is no way you're going to ever experience wealth if you don't have these 4 things locked and loaded in your life. Write them down. Number 1, they know how to make money. Number 2, they know how to manage or minimize rather their taxes. And number 3, they know how to manage your spending. And 4, they know how to minimize their or maximize their investing. So I want you to write those 4 down, okay? Those are the 4 things wealthy people do to produce and to preserve their wealth. All right? Number 1, make money. 2, minimize taxes. 3, manage spending. And 4, maximize investing. I'm giving you the game. So let's look at the first one. The wealthy people know how to make money. They know how to make money. They know how to make money. So what does it mean to make money? Here's what it means to make money. To make money means you know how to convert things into cash. I hope you already took the notes because I'm erasing it. So what does it mean to make money? What it means is making money is all about converting things into cash. So whether these things are products, whether these things are services, whether these things are ideas, whether these things are relationships, whether these things are concepts, whether these things are intellectual, whether they're physical or virtual, in order for you to know how to make money, you got to learn how to convert things into cash. Now, a lot of people know how to convert their time into cash. So you give your job 8 hours, and in exchange for those 8 hours that you give your job, they give you cash. They give you a paycheck, right? Or if you have a certain skill set, and that skill set has a certain dollar amount attached to it, whether it's providing a certain service for $50 or providing a certain core competency as a skill set for $200, or maybe you have certain products where you can take this product and you can exchange it, and in exchange for that product you get $20 or you get $30. So whether it's a book or whether it's a pack of mints that you can sell for $2, whatever the things are that you have, the idea of making money is centered around you being able to convert things into cash. Now, let's think about, excuse me, why do wealthy people get good at making money? There are a lot of reasons why, but we're going to go down the list of a few very important things, because converting things into cash provides what we call income. Okay? I always say this, and a lot of people miss this one statement. Why is converting things into cash considered income? And why is that important? Because your income is what? Your number one wealth building tool. So if you are not able to make money, let's think about it. That means you're not able to convert things into cash, which means you're unable to what? To create or generate income. And if you're unable to generate or create income, you're not going to be in a position to utilize your number one wealth building tool. And excuse me, a lot of people, they're focusing on, how can I invest? How can I get a second job? Or how can I find a new way to make money? When the fact is, if you have a job right now, or if you are generating any kind of income, if you're converting things into cash, whether it's your time, whether it's your products and your services, the first thing you got to do is learn to get a grip of your number one wealth building tool. So there are a lot of things that you're going to have to do differently. That means you might have to stop living a certain type of lifestyle. That means you might have to give up a whole lot of luxuries. But what you got to start doing is figuring out, how can I get control of my number one wealth building tool? Because if you're going to make money and convert things into cash and increase your ability to make income, the last thing you want to do is to take that income and throw it away to people, places, and things that disable you from using this as a wealth building tool. There is no way we get to wealth if we skip income. And there's no way we're going to even play with income in the money game if we don't know how to make money. This is the key. Now, a lot of people, here's what they say. Oh, I need to get my credit up. Oh, I need to fix my credit. Oh, I need to get a loan. Everybody's trying to figure out how to do everything else except what? Make money. This is what we need to be thinking about. We need to be thinking about, how can I make some moolah? Now, I don't want you to get too deep on that and feel like, oh, wow, Ramon, all you talking about is money. No, I'm not. I'm talking about wealth. I'm trying to get wealthy, because there's a whole lot of people I want to help. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they was like, oh my God, my wife preached a powerful word, and she started prophesying to us and telling us, that God was going to give us a breakthrough, and we were seeing a lot of increase and abundance and overflow, and doors was going to open, and we were shouting, and we were just having an amazing time receiving that prophetic word. And someone was asking me some questions at the end of service, and one of the questions they asked was, well, if I have everything that I need spiritually, I'm saved, I got a relationship with God, I got joy, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I'm complete, like, what should I be believing God for if I have everything I need? And guess what I told them? I said, you need to be believing God for some more money. You need to be believing God to get that bag now. Because if spiritually you good, then don't be going to God talking about, well, Lord, I'm straight now. No, I'm straight spiritually. And why do I want you to have that type of mentality? Is because I want you to build wealth. Because I want you to be in a position to where, and that was a question I asked them. I said, okay, can you call all your family members today and take them out on a vacation for the next 2 weeks and not worry about the money? And they was like, no, I ain't able to do that. I said, well, guess what? You still got things you need God to do for you then. Because until you at a position where you're not lacking, you're not in need, and the people around you are not lacking and in need, you should always be in your pursuit to get wealth, because the wealth is not for you. The wealth is for everybody that's connected to you. But where does it start? It starts with you being able to make money. And being able to make money means, guess what? You got to learn how to sell. You got to learn how to market yourself. You got to learn how to put a real business together and get some products and services and go into the market and knock on doors and ask people to do business with you. These are the things you're going to have to do if you're going to make money. Because what you ain't going to do is make money twiddling your thumbs, hoping, wishing, crossing your fingers and praying, waiting and expecting for God to do something for you that he's giving you the skill set or the ability to develop a skill set to do. So number one, the first thing that the wealthy do to produce and preserve their wealth is what? They know how to make money. And if you're going to make money, this is finance 101. This is fundamental to wealth building. I have to develop the skill set and the ability to make money. I have to develop the ability to get up every day, to go into the market, and to figure out how to make moolah. And how am I going to do that? I've got to learn how to convert things into cash. And if you are having an issue making money, I want you to go back to figuring out, how can I convert things into cash? How can I convert things into cash? Because I have to have income in order to use it as a tool to start my wealth building process. You don't need to be investing at this level. This is the lesson that I had to learn, because I used to always have that mentality too. Man, I just need to find a good investment. I need to figure out a way to speed up my process and to multiply my money. No, what I need to do is get good at making money. And then when I start making money, okay, making money, so that means I got to convert things into cash, which means I have to increase my income. This is what I got to get good at. So for all of you that are watching me and listening to me, before you focus on real estate investing, cryptocurrency, stocks, bonds, and all this other stuff that you call quote unquote investing, set the word investing to the side and focus on making money. Focus on converting things into cash. Focus on increasing your income. This should be by far the most important thing. And once you start doing it, here's what you need to do. You need to document the process. So for example, when you make $1,000, I want you to go back and document what was the process that I went through to make $1,000. What did I actually do to make $1,000? If you make $100, you could turn this 1,000 into 100. I want you to document the process on what exactly did I do to make $100. So for example, if you went into the market and you paint or you do hair or you're a network marketer or you sell certain products and services, I want you to document the process you went through in order to make that money. So let me give you an example. What was the first step in my process? Well, the first step in my process was I had to put 10 posts up on social media. Right? I had to add to that post a call to action. I got 3 people to respond. Out of the 3 people, I got 1 person to buy my $20 product. It could be something just that simple. Whenever you make money, you should be able to go back and document the process to see what exactly did I do to make $20. So if it was 10 posts, or maybe it was 100 posts, and out of 100 posts, I got 3 people to respond, and out of 3 people, or 30 people, and out of 30 people, I got 1 person to buy a $20 product. Well, guess what? If I document that process, it's easy for me to go back and see, okay, every 100 posts that I put up with call to actions on social media, I may get about 30 people to respond, and I may get 1 person to buy at least a $20 product. So that would mean 100 of my posts are literally worth $20. 1,000 posts would be worth 200. 10,000 posts would be worth 2,000. 100,000 posts would be worth 20,000. Just because I took one act and documented that process. So now I can get better at making money or converting things into cash because, number one, I prioritize making money. Now, some people, here's what they're going to do. They're going to put up 10 posts, and then they're going to stop posting, or they're going to call 5 people and stop calling, or they're going to go to 1 meeting and go to no other meetings because they're going to put all their other time in, man, let me go find a loan. Let me see if somebody let me hold $1,000. And let me go see if I can get a credit card or a trade line. They start going into all these other areas because they have gotten lazy on making money. And this is what a lot of entrepreneurs find themselves stuck in. Right here, never leaving the first thing because they don't do their due diligence. They don't go through this process. And you should be able to document that process. You should be able to look back from January 1 to October 25th and see a documented process of what exactly did I do to make the money I made up to this point. And when I document it, now I can go back and see, wow, are there other things I can do in that same vein on this same job that could allow me or cause me to increase my income if I just double down or triple down? I say this to my team all the time. So my team, they'll have a certain number of tasks that they're going to be doing. And because we try to document everything, they already know those number of tasks should get them a certain dollar amount in results. And then once we're able to see what those number of tasks have produced, guess what we can do? We can start multiplying that by 3. We can start multiplying that by 10. We can start multiplying that by 100 if we want to, because we see a process that we've documented based on, I told you this at the beginning of the show, that math is by far the universal language of success. And so this is critical to you wanting to build wealth. This is why wealthy people know how to produce and why wealthy people know how to preserve their wealth when they get it. So they don't just know how to get it, they know how to actually keep it. Because as producers and preservers of wealth, these are the fundamental principles that they implement. And the first one is, number one, they know how to make money. They know how to make money. So if any of you need a challenge today, my challenge to you would be get better at making money. And 2 of the easiest ways that could help you get better at making money is learning sales and learning marketing. And I'm not talking about learning to be the guru of sales and marketing, but at least learning the fundamentals of sales and marketing so that you at least know how to take an idea, take a product, take a service, go into the market and sell it in exchange for some money. And once you do it one time, we just need to do it one time. We just need to do it one time. We don't need to do it 100 times. We just need to figure this thing out one time. And the moment we figure it out one time, guess what we're going to do? We're going to document the process. We're going to document it. So we're going to look at the metrics. We're going to look at the math. We're going to look at the data. And we're going to see what did we do in order to go into the market, make a sale that generated some income. And now all we're going to do is beat the brakes off of that process over and over again until we figure out a better way to do it. But while we're waiting on a better way, we're just going to keep doing it that way if, in fact, that way got us some results. So that's number one. You got to know how to make money. So all of you that are watching me, I want you to make sure you click that link and take advantage of our upcoming sales and marketing workshop that we have coming up. We're going to be teaching on sales and marketing. I'm going to show you how to put a sales process together for your products and services. We're going to show you some of the fundamentals of marketing so that you can get some attention, you can make contacts, and get some conversions. That's what's going to be most important in your sales and marketing. And you're at least good enough to be able to present yourself and what it is that you offer to make that contact once you get the attention so that you could create a conversion. Number two, this is what wealthy people know how to do. So they make money, number one, right? They know how to make money. Have you ever noticed money just seems to like automatically come to people who got money? I used to hear people say that, and I never understood it until I understood it. And once I started seeing it, I was like, oh, that's how that works. It's kind of like when you hear people say, when you need money, it don't come to you. But when you don't need money, it just seems to come to you. So it's like when you don't need a loan, the bank will actually give you a loan. But when you really need a loan and go to the bank like, we ain't gonna give you a loan. So why does a bank give people loans who don't need loans, but the people who need it, they won't give them a loan? Because the bank understands that if you need a loan because you don't have any money, we can't give you a loan because you're showing us you don't know how to make money. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me say that again. You can go to a bank. You could go to a bank and you could fill out an application and you could say, Mr. Banker, Miss Banker, I need you to give me a loan. And the bank is going to say, we ain't giving you no loan. And you need the loan and they're going to say no to you. But then there's somebody else who don't need a loan. We'll go to a bank and say, hey, I don't need the loan, but I'm still going to fill out the application just to see if I can get the loan. And that person will go to the bank and the bank will tell them, absolutely, we'll give you a loan. What is the difference between the person who got denied the loan at the bank and the person who got accepted and approved for the loan at the bank? Want me to tell you the difference? The difference is the person who got approved showed documentation or data or numbers and metrics that they can actually generate income. They can make money. They can convert things into cash. This is why the first thing that wealthy people do to produce and preserve their wealth is they make money. So don't leave step one. Don't go into step two or step three or step four if you haven't figured out step one. And the truth is, even when you get to the other steps, you should still stick to step one, always being able to convert things into cash. The second thing is, wealthy people know how to minimize their taxes. My God, this is such a big deal. I think I'm gonna be talking about this tonight a little bit with our coaching clients. I think I'm gonna be talking about this a little bit because most people, even entrepreneurs, don't understand how important it is for you to minimize your taxes. It's so important. If you have not gone through our financial literacy program, at least take advantage of our financial systems workshop. Our financial systems workshop is included in this $29 offer that we're giving you to teach you on sales and marketing. One of the other workshops that we're giving you for free is a financial system workshop, and we're teaching you creative tax strategies. We're teaching you about income categories for tax purposes. We're teaching you how to develop a financial plan and become your own accountant, meaning that you are holding yourself accountable for your own financial affairs. And one of the things that you're going to have to get good at to do yourself, not with a CPA, not with a tax strategist, but with yourself, is you're going to have to get good at knowing how to minimize your tax liability. And there are certain strategies that you have to implement. So for example, if you get good at the first thing, making money, and you start increasing your income, the moment you start increasing your income, guess what else starts going up? Your tax liability. That goes up when your income goes up. That's why, you know, Biggie Smalls said it, more money, more problems. So that's what it means. More money, more problems. The more money you start making, the more taxes you start paying if you do not know how to minimize it. What the wealthy people know is that even though they make more money, they know how to pay less in taxes because they know things that other people can know but just refuse to get in the know to know. Bars. That was for free. I know, right? How many of y'all learning something? Huh? I hope somebody hear me. And I hope somebody do what I'm saying to do. Because I don't want people around me to wait, or people in our community to wait until you see me on a Gulf Stream on the other side of the world spreading Grey Poupon on a piece of salmon. And then you like, oh my God, he must have been right. Well, I've been right. That's why it's been working for me. And for all of you church folks, those of you that are saved, you love God, you are part of the faith community, you should be the main ones listening to me saying, man, this dude is a prophet. God is using this dude to help us get to our financial freedom. God is using him as an economic deliverer to help us. God has raised him up and has anointed him and assigned him to bring us out of financial bondage. So we got to listen to this dude. Well, number one, you got to know how to make money. Sales and marketing, documenting those processes. That's a skill set you have to develop. You got it. Like everybody should have that skill set. Everybody should have it. Everybody should have it, especially us in the church. Number two, minimize your taxes. So if you're a W-2 employee, you should be implementing strategies to lower your tax liability, which means the federal taxes that you pay when you get paid every pay period should be as low as possible because you want to minimize your taxes in order to keep more of the income that you're making based on point number one. All right? If you are a 1099 contractor, you should be implementing strategies to lower your tax liability. W-2 employees are the highest taxed. This is the highest taxed. 1099 contractors are the second highest. So that means if you are one of these two, while you keep your job, I ain't telling you to quit, while you keep doing what you're doing as a 1099 contractor, guess what you need to do to maximize your tax minimization, if that's a phrase? How can you literally take full advantage of minimizing your taxes if you're a W-2 employee or a 1099 contractor? Here is how. Start a business. Start a business. And when I say start a business, I'm not talking about starting a 1099 business or a W-2 business. I'm talking about starting an LLC. Get you an EIN number, but surround your EIN number with an LLC. Don't just go get no doggone EIN number and you ain't got no LLC. And don't listen to people who telling you just to do that. Especially the people who telling you to do it and they ain't got no money. If they ain't got no money and they telling you to do this, they really don't know what they talking about, or they're playing a different game. So when you learn from wealthy people are going to talk this talk. When you learn from people who just might be millionaires, or who might be making six figures, or who might be doing pretty good, but they really ain't building wealth, they might tell you to do this other stuff here. I'm telling you, you need to start a business, and not just getting an EIN number, but surrounding that EIN number with an LLC. This is how you're going to start the process of minimizing your taxes. So when you're minimizing your taxes, there are certain strategies that you can implement that will minimize them. And I mean, there are so many strategies. And it wasn't until I started learning from the wealthy people and really studying wealthy individuals and wealthy companies that I realized that number two is almost just as important as number one. Because your biggest expense as a W-2 employee, as a 1099 contractor, and as a business owner, your biggest expense is taxes. That's your biggest expense. And so the lower you can bring your tax liability, the higher your overall net income will be, or in your business, your net profits will be. Because we want to take that income that we're making from number one, and we want to lower our tax liability so that all of the free cash flow we have, we can actually do some extraordinary things with. All right? So let me give you number three again. Number two is minimize your taxes. So one, making money. Two, minimizing taxes. And then number three, manage expenses. I'm telling y'all, if you could just, sometimes I goof off and I have fun, and it's really fun with me teaching people and training people the way I do. But if you could just really hear my heart and understand how me learning these things and really implementing them in my life, how it changed the course of my destiny. Like, my wife and I have literally changed the course of our destiny. And we're going to change the course of a whole lot of people's destinies, family included, because of principles like these, that we made a commitment to stick to and not to let up on. So number one, making money is what the wealthy people do to produce and to preserve their wealth. Does that make sense to you? Number two, wealthy people know how to minimize their taxes. So the money that they're making, they're paying little to no taxes on that money that they're making, because they understand the difference between active or labor income and passive income. They understand that there are certain strategies that need to be implemented, most of which are implemented through business systems, like holding companies, which is what I talk about, LLCs, which is what I talk about, which is what I train our people on. All right. So that number three, they know how to manage their expenses. So when I say manage expenses, what am I talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you got to get disciplined. You got to get disciplined to delay gratification. This is the hardest part. Most people never even get to 3. Most people never even get to 3. This is why studies show 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Studies show that 8 out of 10 people in the United States of America don't even have $1,000 saved up. You know why? Not just because they don't know how to make money, but they don't know how to minimize their taxes. And number 3 is probably even bigger than those two. They don't know how to manage their expenses, meaning that they don't know how to get disciplined to delay gratification. I think I said it Friday on the show. When I go to Phipps Plaza, right around the corner from us, Lenox Mall is across the street from me. Every time I go to these stores, in these malls, and I look at the Gucci line, and I ain't got no problem with people buying Gucci. Hey, you do what you want to do with your money. It's your money. You work for it, right? All I'm saying is the people who are almost always in these lines are not wealthy people. They're not wealthy people. But guess what? If I go around the corner from where we are right now, if I go around the corner to Chamblee Airport, the private airport, and I look out on the tarmacs and I see Gulfstream 550, Gulfstream 650, Gulfstream 300. I see Globals. I see Citations. These are multi-million-dollar jets that are on the runway going up, that we hear them fly over here when they're leaving Buckhead. The people who own them jets are the people who are wealthy, and the people who are in those lines are the people who are poor or middle class wanting to look wealthy. And it's not that they don't want to be wealthy. It's not that they don't have a desire to be wealthy. It's that they're not disciplined to delay gratification. They're not disciplined to delay gratification. So, like, for years, me and my wife, and we still do it to some extent. My wife and I, we're not lavish people, but you know, we will wear our lifestyle, or we will travel our lifestyle, or we will eat our lifestyle. You know, we do those things because we enjoy them, and a lot of people don't really see that when it's just me and my wife living our lives, enjoying the quality of our lives. But there was a time that when we were trying to figure this stuff out, we were delaying gratification. We were delaying gratification, which means we wasn't going on no lavish trips. We wasn't flying first class. We wasn't wearing designer clothes. We were buying our kids designer clothes a lot of times, and we wasn't even wearing it. But for the most part, we were delaying gratification because we had to manage our expenses. So once we got a grip on, okay, we're making money, we're starting to see income come in. And then we got a grip on, let's minimize our taxes. Let's not have this big expense because we're living above our means. And being taxed is not just being taxed by the IRS. Being taxed can be being taxed by credit card companies, being taxed by payday loans, being taxed by loan sharks and hard money lenders, and being taxed by credit card companies. And so once we got these two, and then we connected it to, okay, now let's manage our expenses. So once we started getting money and keeping more of the money that we were getting, now we had to be disciplined, like we still are, to delay gratification. Me and my wife, we talk about money almost every day. We talk about business almost every day. We talk about life. We talk about marriage. We talk about ministry. Like, we do this just about every day. And I say just about every day because maybe some Sundays I don't talk to her because I know she got to prepare to preach. So I'm not going to overwhelm her with business. And that may just be until church is over and then we going to an appointment or something, because this is our life. But here's my point. My wife and I, we were just talking this morning when we had our morning session, prepping ourselves up for the day and for the week. And we got to the conversation of, okay, some of the next big moves that we're going to make. And guess what we started doing? We started doing the math. Like we always do the math. We pulled out our calculators and we started calculating. So what are the next moves that we going to make in our life, in our business, in our finances? And we both around the same time started saying, you know what? We just going to keep doing what we're doing. And every couple months we hit some of those pockets. Because we see a lot of things happening in our lives and we could easily be like, you know what? Are we ready to do this? Do we want to do this? And we start feeling gratification. Like, oh my God, if we did this, we're going to be, oh my God, we're going to be, we're going to be doing it. And then we start doing the math and we like, but if we just keep doing what we're doing and we wait another 6 months, here's where we can be at. And we both like, yeah, let's just delay it another 6 months. Let's wait until the end of 2022 or the middle of 2023. It's okay. Because once we get to where we want to be, we're going to look back and be thankful that we were disciplined to delay gratification. So you got to manage your expenses. Because a lot of times what happens is the moment you start making more money, guess what you start doing? You start increasing your expenses. So now I made $20,000 more. Yeah, I got to go get me a better car. Yeah, I got to update. I got to upgrade my outfit. Now I got to dress more expensive. Shoot. Here you go. You're going to be, so all of a sudden you made $20,000 more, but now you went up in your lifestyle when you should have stayed at the same place until you got enough money to make some power moves. You get what I'm saying? You got to do that. And everybody that knows me, or at least knows of me, you know what I'm telling you is the truth. Like me and my wife, if you knew us personally and if you knew how me and my wife, how we have our life, how our lives are set up, you'd be like, wow, y'all could be doing so much more. You could have so much more. And we know you got it and you're in a position to do it. Why are you not doing it? You know why? Because we want to continue to increase this. We want to continue to decrease that. We want to continue to decrease that. And guess what? We want to continue to manage this. We want to manage those expenses. So we're not finna ball out of control. We're not finna splurge, because we are setting ourselves up for something big, something that is indestructible, something that will change the course of history, something called building wealth. So that's number 3. And number 4, this is it, y'all. Number 4, wealthy. What do? What is the 4th thing that wealthy people do? To produce and to preserve, or protect rather, their wealth. Number 4, wealthy people maximize their investments. Oh, I can't even spell. They maximize their investing. So they're not around here trying to nickel and dime investing. Like, you're not going to get rich. You're not going to get rich investing $100. You're not going to get wealthy investing a couple $1,000. Okay, of course, if you're doing it over time, consistently, you can do it. But a lot of people can't even get to investing because they ain't got no money. How you going to invest and you ain't got no money? But this is the process you're going to have to go through. And this is what wealthy people do. Like every book that I have read, every on wealthy people, on billionaires, on billion-dollar companies. Every piece of research and studying that I've done on like the wealthiest people on the planet, the billion-dollar, trillion-dollar sovereign funds and private equity groups and hedge funds, all of these giants on the planet, they know how to make money. They know how to minimize taxes or just totally obliterate it. They know how to manage their expenses. And guess what? They know how to maximize their investing. So a lot of you want to get into investing, but you should go through those 4 steps, those steps in that process, and put yourself in such a strong financial position that once you got to number 4, if you decided that you wanted to take $250,000 and put it in an investment, you could do it and not even think twice about it. That's what you should do. Or if it's $100,000, like until you put yourself in that position, this is the decision me and my wife made. Me and my wife, we made the decision when we started our wealth building process 3 years ago. Me and my wife made the decision. We said, listen, if we can't take like $250,000 or $500,000, if we can't take that kind of money and invest it in the things that we know we believe in and we want to invest our money in to build wealth, if we're not in a position to do it on that level, we need to just hold off. At the very least, we should be in a position to put $100,000 somewhere and forget about it. If we're not in a position to do that, guess what we need to keep doing? Guess what we need to keep doing? So all of you that's listening to me, you trying to invest, you got $800 you trying to invest, right? You got $2,500 you trying to invest. Maybe you got $16,000 you trying to invest. Maybe you got $30,000 you trying to invest. And what you might be thinking, if you're not operating in the way of the wealthy, here's what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, well, if I got $30,000, I could take $5,000 and drop it in 6 different places and diversify my investments. Number one, that's stupid. Just number one, that's stupid, because you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to store this $30,000. That means you want to set it aside. You want to forget it. You want to miss it. You want to say, you know what? I'm going to put that 30 aside until that 30 become 100. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to come back up here to make money. And I'm going to rinse and repeat that until that 30 becomes 100. That's what you got to do. And then while I keep making money, I'm going to learn how to minimize my taxes. And then I'm going to learn how to manage my expenses. And I'm going to just repeat that, rinse that, repeat that, rinse that until I look up one day and that $30,000 becomes $600,000. And that $600,000 becomes $1.5 million. And all of a sudden, I can start pulling some of that money and I can maximize my investing. So when you put a couple $100,000 over here, or you put a couple $100,000 over there, you're not even missing it because you've built a system that's actually working that will continue to facilitate your wealth building process while allowing your investing to maximize. Because see, if you're doing the right thing investing, once you get those big numbers and you drop them in the right vehicles, those vehicles are going to start accelerating the return on that investing process, and it'll get you quicker. It'll get you further quicker. So those are the 4 things that wealthy people do to produce and to preserve their wealth. I want you to drop in the comments, what was your biggest takeaway? Let me know what you got today that you feel like was like, oh my God, that was your Oprah moment. That was your aha moment. Right? That's the Oprah moment. Put in the comments, what was your takeaway? What was your biggest takeaway today? I want you to put that in the comments. And I also want to encourage all of you that are watching me today. I want you to go RSVP. You could go RSVP to RamonPreston.com/event. I want you to go RSVP. We're giving you an extended offer, and what we're offering is we're offering 4 workshops. It's really 4 workshops. We're giving it to you for $29 if you're joining us virtual, or you can come in person, and we're going to be hosting it right across the street from us, or literally walking distance. We're going to be hosting this workshop on November the 20th, Saturday, November the 20th. It's going to be about 4 to 5 or 6 hours. And we're going to be teaching you on sales and marketing. But while you're waiting, we're giving you access to 2 other workshops today. The first workshop is on holding companies, business systems, and the second one is going to be on financial systems and tax strategies. So this is going to be an awesome workshop that we're going to be doing on sales and marketing. But these 2 workshops that you are able to participate in while you're waiting on this workshop to come up on Saturday, November the 20th, these 2 workshops are going to be so complimentary, because you got to learn about these things if you're going to build wealth. Because again, once you start learning how to make money consistently, and then you want to learn how to minimize your taxes, you're going to need a business system in order to play that game. And then you want to manage your expenses. A lot of that is going to run through how you operate your business. And that's going to have a lot to do with how financially literate you are. This is why I'm giving all this information away in this offer for $29. So you can go to RamonPreston.com/event. You can RSVP. For those of you that are interested in being coached by me, maybe you feel like you just want to coach and you really want to learn all the ins and outs of business and financial literacy and creative tax strategies. All you really have to do is start Googling my name and start looking at the people who are responding to our content on social media, and they're sharing reviews and testimonies on how them joining our business community or our coaching program has changed their life, and how many thousands upon thousands of dollars they have saved and earned all at the same time. We have people in our coaching program that are on fixed incomes. We have people on our coaching program that are on minimum wage. We have people in our coaching program that are earning multiple 6 figures. We have people in our coaching program that are in the middle, making $60,000, $70,000 a year, $30,000, $40,000. We have people from all walks of life. Say what? Huh? We got them all. We got them all. We got everybody in between. And guess what? Everybody who works on my team lives by these principles. So when you call our office, when you text our office, and you speak to someone, or you're reading content from someone that they're producing from our office, they live in what I'm talking about. They implementing these principles every day. We ain't around here just faking it and what do you call it? Flaunting? Flogging. That's the hood term. We flogging. We flogging. So if you would like to be a part of our 1-year business coaching program, I want you to text the word coaching. text the word coaching. We have an awesome offer. We're giving you access to all of our workshops, our masterminds, our university training program called the Blueprint Game Plan. We're giving you access to our personal coaching coordinator. We're starting you off in this coaching program with an initial assessment so that we could put a game plan together for you and for your personal, professional, and your financial life to set you on the course for the next 52 weeks. We're also giving you access to our weekly coaching call, which is held every Monday, like today, at 5 o'clock p.m. I'm going to be on a live coaching call with all of our coaching clients. So if you're interested, or you know without a shadow of a doubt you would like to be a part of our coaching program, text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an amazing show. We have given you the game on the 4 things wealthy people do to produce and to preserve their wealth. Because guess what? If you want to learn the way of the wealthy, you have to learn how to, number 1, what? Make money. You got to learn how to make moolah. Number 2, you got to learn how to minimize your taxes. Number 3, you have to learn how to manage your expenses. And number 4, you have to learn how to then take that extra cash you got, drop it in systems, and maximize your investing. All this information is available in our coaching program and in our online training program. So feel free to take advantage of the $29 offer for our 4 workshops: sales, marketing, business systems, financial systems, and reach out to us if you're ready to join our coaching program. Text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. I love you. I'm praying for you. I want you to have an amazing